Guys, what's going on? Shinylocke here, and since it's the end of July and it's now August, I'm gonna go over my manga haul for the month. Now, I read some polls on Twitter and people said to split up the manga haul and reading log, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna be doing my manga haul in one video and my reading log in a different video, and hopefully people will like this more. If you guys don't like this, let me know in the comments and follow me on Twitter in case I do any more polls there. Now, first off, in the beginning of the month, I picked up the first 2 volumes of Death Note. I got these. It took me a long time to decide whether I wanted the singles or the black editions, and obviously I decided on the singles. I know they're a lot harder to find than the black editions, so there may only be like 1 or 2 volumes of each in the next coming months, but you should hopefully see these as time goes on. Next up, I got the 3rd volume of Kaiju number 8. It came out this month. I haven't read it yet, but I love the first 2 volumes, so the second I saw this, I picked it up. Next up, I got the first omnibus of Tokyo Revengers. I love Tokyo Revengers. It gets a lot of shit for the most recent arc, which some of it I get, but I love this series still. I was very worried about this release though, because it's 7 Seas, and I don't like how 7 Seas does most of their releases. But I was in Barnes & Noble one day, I saw this, and I was like, wow, this is actually a good size book. Like, it's about the size of a Viz Sig, like it's roughly the same size as like Poon Poon would be. It's way more substantial and less chunky than most 7 Seas stuff are, which I'm a big fan of because I hate how 7 Seas does most of their releases. But this one's really good. The paper quality is actually like amazing. Oh, great page to turn to, but paper quality is really good. The print quality is great, and this is just a great release. Very unexpected. Thank you, 7 Seas, for releasing something good. Next up, I got a whole bunch of JoJo's. I got all of part 2, and I got 2 of part 1. There's only 1 more left in part 1. These I've been wanting to collect for a long time, but it's been hard for me to rationalize it because they're hardcovers, and hardcovers cost a lot more, and it's just, especially part 3 is going to be hard for me to rationalize getting, but I finally picked up part 2 and most of part 1. Whenever I find volume 3 of part 1, I'm going to get that too, because I want to finish that off. But I love part 2. I love JoJo's. JoJo's my favorite series, but there was a buy one get one 50% off sale at Barnes & Noble, so I went in, bought as many as I could, and yeah, I now collecting these. So hopefully, eventually, I will get all the JoJo's that is out so far. It's still on part 5. I wish they would speed it up, but I want to have all of JoJo's that's out so far. I might even collect, I know sometime this fall or something, this book, Shibi Rohan's coming out, and I want to get Rohan at the Louvre, but those can wait. But I love JoJo's. You guys should know this by now. I say this every video. Now this next one, I'm not gonna hold up all of it because it is a lot, but like I said earlier in the month or whatever, I got all of 20th Century Boys. It was very expensive. So there was a sale on Right Stuff. They have their like weekly publisher sales, so I was looking at it, I was scrolling through everything, and I saw that all of 20th Century Boys was in stock and 50% off, so I was like, okay, that's a steal, and I just bought it on impulse, and it came in yesterday as the time of recording this, and I'm so happy to finally have this all. I don't have room on my shelves for it now, but I've been making these risers to put on my shelf, so once I put those up, I'm gonna completely reshelf all my manga. I'm gonna make a video about that, but I'm gonna completely reshelf it. I'm gonna make sure this series is properly displayed because I love this series so much. It's one of my favorite series of all time now. It's, I want to say, number 4 in my top 5. But this is just such an amazing series. I want to get more into Urasawa's works. I'll probably pick up Monster next, maybe Pluto. I'm not sure. Let me guys know which one is better if you want. But I cannot recommend this series enough. And these releases are amazing. The paper quality is good, exactly what you'd expect from VizSig. And as a bonus, the spines have connecting spines. They're a little dark, so I don't know if it fully picks up on camera, but if I put it on my top shelf like I planned, it should have enough light to where you can see that. And one thing I want to mention, this cover is sick. I love this cover so much. Look at it. I just love Friend. Friend's such a great villain. Read 20th Century Boys. Now, in those polls I ran on Twitter, I also asked if people would want to hear about the Western comics I buy. People said yes, so I'm gonna do that. If you guys don't want to hear about this, let me know in the comments. I'm gonna go a bit faster through this just because I know most people are probably here for manga. But if you guys want me to spend more time on them, please let me know, because I love to talk about comics. I'm still fairly new to comics, so if you guys have any recommendations or any specific orders you want me to read, let me know. First off, I went to a used bookstore near me and I found both Green Lantern, Blackest Night, and Justice League of America. I have no idea. This is just random Justice League America issues, so this is what I'm currently reading. But I have no idea what exactly is all in there, but it's been a good introduction to the Justice League so far, because I'm not too well versed in the Justice League, but it's been great. And Green Lantern Blackest Night was amazing. It was really good. It's my first Green Lantern story I've ever read. I did watch a little bit of the animated series when I was little, but this comic was amazing. I'll talk more about it in my reading log of the month, but please give this a shot. I know Brightest Day comes after it, so I'm gonna, whenever I find that, it's kind of hard to find. Whenever I find Brightest Day, I'm gonna be picking that up and reading it, because this did end on a bit of a cliffhanger. Next up, I got Batman The Long Halloween, the sequel, Dark Victory. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but out of all the comics I've read so far, Batman The Long Halloween was my favorite by far. It was just such a well-written story. The artwork is amazing. Tim Sale is my favorite comic book author. I love his art. Sadly, he passed away recently, so rest in peace. But I love his art. His art fits so well for Batman, especially, I think. His Batman looks amazing. I love the way he draws the Joker and how he draws Two-Face. They're just amazing. Enough about that. About Dark Victory, it was just as good as Long Halloween. I don't think it was quite the level of Long Halloween, but it was really good. Good introduction to Dick Grayson. Amazing. Please read Long Halloween and the sequel Dark Victory. It was so good. The mystery was not as good as Long Halloween, but it was also really amazing. And lastly, I got House of M, which I was looking forever for, and I finally found it, and it was great. It was good story, good X-Men story. I was hoping for more Magneto, but you know, you can do what you do. So that is gonna do it for this video. If you guys have any other suggestions or anything, let me know. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment if you made it this far. And yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. See you guys.